now listening to Wrestle Report Australia.
You're here. I'm here. Let's do this.
That's right, everybody. You're here and we're here, so let's do this. As always, I am Mike and this is Lon. Hit him with it one time. And we are the newest team, bringing you everything you need to know in the wrestling world and in the fight game. This is Wrestle Report Australia, and we are here with a monstrous edition. Today is Thursday, the 12th of April, and we are bringing you all the coverage from NXT all the way to Smackdown Live. So, yeah, let's dive right into this, because this is going to be fun. We're going to be flying off the cuff here and just talking a bunch of shit. Let's enjoy. Let's have fun. Lon, what did you think of WrestleMania week?
Oh, it was pretty good, eh? Heaps of surprises, returns.
Yeah. Matches.
Yeah, matches, good matches. Yeah, it was a good week.
Let's kick it off with my first high point. We saw the in-ring debut of EC3. Yep. Which was awesome. Came out looking jacked.
He's fucking huge, eh?
He is.
Yeah.
That 6-man ladder match for the North American Championship in NXT is probably one of my favourite matches all week.
The whole pay-per-view is probably one of my most favourite pay-per-views in, I'll say, like the last 8 years.
Ooh. I'll say this, NXT was my favourite part of WrestleMania week, and SmackDown was probably my least favourite of all the shows that happened. Adam Cole, baby! The first North American champion. I'm glad. Like, Ricochet looked amazing in that match.
Yeah, he's good, eh?
Some of the spots he pulled off were awesome, but I'm glad they didn't give him the belt.
What was it? Like a spot where he was falling off the ladder.
And he did a moonsault, was it?
Moonsault, like over the ropes, friggin' to the outside.
And he did a slingshot, a springboard shooting star press.
Oh, yeah.
At one point too. He was just insane. He's insane. The two ladder break spots in the match were awesome. One of my favorite things that I showed you this morning is how they documented Ronaldo's reactions from NXT. He makes NXT what it is.
Yeah,
without his commentary, NXT would be less of a product.
He's a modern day JR.
That's right, I agree. But yeah, so Adam Cole, baby, is the first North American champion, NXT North American champion.
Yeah, he deserved that for sure.
He did. I'm glad they didn't, because when he got put into the match, I was a bit scared. Because I honestly thought what you thought, and that was that EC3 was going to win that belt.
Yeah.
And that was going to, kind of buries Adam Cole a bit. But they didn't do that. They made EC3 look strong in his debut. They made Ricochet look amazing. But they gave the guy that's been there and done a lot of hard work recently the belt, which is good. That's a good way to go. And it just adds more stock to the Undisputed Era. Also, something that adds stock to the Undisputed Era is good old Roderick Strong.
Good old Roddy.
The
old heel jobber, eh?
That was a high point for me.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Just because, is it Fish that's out?
Yes.
Yeah, Fish.
Yeah, Fish is injured.
Yeah, to replace him.
Yeah.
Have that third member, and I'm pretty sure they'll give a belt to him.
Yeah, I believe he is now the
tag champ.
Yeah, the tag champ. But yeah, so Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne in the tag team Dusty Rhodes Classic match. Looked like they were about to win the belts, but he broke up the pin for his own team and then allowed the Undisputed Era to pick up the victory. And then he looked a bit strange.
The Bruiserweight was over hectic.
Oh, yeah. He got one of the biggest cheers of the night.
Yeah.
Of the night, sorry. Aleister Black, new NXT champion. 2 new champions were crowned that night, actually. Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
The new NXT women's champion.
Yeah, I like that match.
I loved everything about this pay-per-view, honestly. Yeah. The only thing that ruined it for me was like you told me, the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano. Is it Gargano or Gargano?
Gargano.
I'm just gonna call him
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Yeah.
There we go.
So Ciampa versus Lady Gaga.
Johnny Wrestling.
It was Johnny Wrestling. Let's just go. All right. Anyway, that match was good, but it went too long.
Too long. Yeah.
Like, it was a great match. They had great spots. Ciampa being a champ, taking that fucking spot on the cement.
The cement.
On the cement. You know, that, like, you could hear his back splat against that. So it was a good match, but it went too long. But all in all, NXT TakeOver was the best show. Although I'd say both NXT TakeOver and the Raw after WrestleMania beat WrestleMania.
Yeah. I don't know, you can say that, but there was some really good stuff on Mania. Like, it wasn't... They didn't plan it out right. Like, the matches. I feel like the matches were in the wrong spots.
I feel like some were overhyped too. Like, alright, we started off WrestleMania great. Before we get to WrestleMania though, let's go back, because this is something that I know we were both excited about. Aleister Black, NXT champion.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm so happy.
Yeah, they had a friggin' awesome match, eh?
It was good.
Like Dad said, every single match, except for the last match, like, it was good. The start of it was good, but it just, you know...
It dragged on.
It dragged on. But the way that, like, Ciampa came out, and he's getting them friggin' heavy boos, and they're like, fuck you, Ciampa. Yeah.
They had some Mamma Mia chants cranking in that match. Mamma Mia.
Yeah, like, it was, I don't know, maybe it's because of the crowd as well, like, giving that energy that made the show. But everything about it to me was so good.
Well, it was either Aleister won the match or he was going to the main roster.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're keeping him around in NXT.
To establish himself a bit more.
Yeah, get him a bit more of a fan base. Because let's say that at least 80% of the people know who Aleister Black is at the moment. Because he's one of NXT's biggest stars. Putting that belt on him instead of just bringing him straight to the main roster allows him to get that extra 20%, you know, of followers, so they can now watch that instead of just chucking him in there and hoping that people know who he is. Yeah. Because we've seen that that's failed in the past.
Like, if they brought him up, I would have thought it was a bit too early.
Yeah.
He needs that belt, or he needed, you know, even the North American Championship, just to establish, like, himself a bit better before he hits the main roster.
And it gives him that credential now.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll hold that belt for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No one's taking that off him at the moment.
No, there's no... Wait till they get another big signee. Or Chuck, maybe even in a few EC3 could go.
In my opinion, I know that they've taped NXT for the next few weeks already. But yeah. I'm hoping Drew Galloway comes back. With a grudge. And angry, and most probably heel. You know what I mean? And then go after Aleister, and then see them two go at it.
But he'd go after Andrade first, because Andrade's the one that took him out.
But would he? But you know, you've seen people do that. Like,
I guess.
They
he just comes back angry, eh?
Yeah, and just comes back and is into something else.
Alright. Well, that would be a good... Yeah, I wouldn't mind that program. They know each other.
Yeah.
And they have wrestled each other before in the past, so they would put on a good match.
I know that Zelina, is that Andrade's manager, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's like having a match against Johnny Wrestling's woman. What's her name?
Candice.
Yeah, Candice. They're having a match on NXT. Most probably next week or the week after, but it's coming. So she's, you know, getting into the wrestling role a bit.
Good. Yeah, no, it's good. NXT's on a roll right now. You can't fault NXT really at all. But then we move on to WrestleMania. And we start WrestleMania. I was a bit let down, and I know you were too, because all the people in the Battle Royal got little jobber entrances. We didn't see any of them.
Not in the men's one. In the women's we did.
Only a few. Well, like three.
Three, yeah.
And then the rest all came out.
Yeah.
But there was a light at the end of that tunnel because Matt Hardy procured the victory.
The victory.
But he did not do it alone. No, sir. This is one of my high points from both WrestleMania and Raw. Basically, WrestleMania week as a whole is the Woken Ones. Bray Wyatt made his return at WrestleMania in the Battle Royal and helped Matt Hardy get the win. And then
I thought he was going to be in the match, and then the bell rang after who'd he chuck out last? Corbin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were about to wrestle.
Yeah.
And the bell didn't ring immediately. And I was like, what's going on? And then the bell rang and they joined forces.
Yeah, they full hugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hectic.
So yeah, I'm glad Matt won that. That's great. But we didn't see him come out at WrestleMania, and that upset me.
It's good because it's different for Bray, and he's still Bray, but he's good.
Mm.
But he still has the same mannerisms.
Yeah, the same kind of
He's got a few new. He's chucking in the Hardy mannerisms there.
Yeah, doing ovations and such. Wonderfuls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We have a new Cruiserweight champ, Cedric Alexander. Yeah, it was a good match, but
not to me. That was every 205.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there was nothing special about it. And that's why it was kind of lacking a bit to me. It was a good match, but it wasn't anything that we haven't seen before.
The people they had in that tournament, they could have had a better matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
Mania. If they friggin' signed Ray, why didn't they have him in the tournament?
Have they signed Ray?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
That's the question.
We'll see next week in the shake-up.
Yeah.
I feel he's coming back next week.
The winner of the Women's Battle Royal, the first ever, the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, was none other than fucking Naomi.
Didn't she get her spotlight last year?
Yeah.
And she won the belt?
Yeah.
Why does she need 2 years of glory?
She didn't need that win at all.
No.
It looked like Bayley had won, but then they did the whole, Naomi was never eliminated, and Naomi won because, we needed to see that. I didn't give a shit when she won the belt, and I don't give a shit now that she's won the Battle Royal. I don't like Naomi. Fucking, you botched too much. You've got a shit entrance. This isn't cheerleading. Stop dancing.
They could have let, the most perfect person to win, to me, would have been Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose or Becky Lynch to me, because Becky Lynch is pretty over at the moment, and the fans would have liked it.
She's always been just over.
I guess.
She's never been booed, nothing like that. But for Mandy Rose, now that Paige is, we're jumping the gun here, but Paige is no longer with the group.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. Now that she's not with the group,
they need to establish themselves.
Yeah, that would have established her. And Sonya Deville, she's already a badass, so she can just go into.
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, but having her win would have
given her a push.
Yeah, a big boost.
I agree. It would have been. I like Mandy, so I would have liked to see her win. We saw some NXT superstars in that match as well. Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
We had that. What's that big Indian chick's name? That was trained by the great Khali. So that she's going to be fucking...
Great.
Yeah, she's going to be so agile in that ring, you know. The athleticism's going to be off the chain. We've got that chick that whips people with her hair. I don't know her name.
Bianca Belair or something. Belair.
Well, that's the first time I've ever seen her, because I don't watch NXT all that much.
No, she's in the Mae Young Classic.
Mae Young Classic. Well, there you go.
I think she's been on NXT a few times.
So, yeah, she was whipping people with her hair. That was pretty cool. You know what I'm surprised we didn't see in that match?
Is that Will Smith's daughter?
Well, she's whipping it back and forth,
hey.
So it could be. But you know what I'm surprised we didn't see? A Bella return.
Who the fuck wants us to see Bella return?
No, I'm not saying that we want to see it, but I'm surprised it didn't happen.
Nah, they did that in the Rumble.
I guess, yeah, true.
This is more about the competitors, and they already had everyone in it.
But in saying that, though, there weren't really many WrestleMania moments this year.
No legends. Well, you had that Undertaker come back, but no legend returns, no legend back segments.
The Undertaker comeback.
No friggin' Ted DiBiase friggin' rocking up, chucking his money and laughing.
Yeah. No glass shutter, no boa.
Hey.
Where's Hulk? What else was a high point at WrestleMania for you?
Rousey's debut.
Rousey's debut was
the most shocking thing ever.
Amazing. We've been shitting on her for weeks.
And now she's shitting on us.
Yeah, that was great. Absolutely wonderful. Fucking top work by Ronda in that match. She looked mean. She looked like she belonged in a WWE ring. She was ready. She was ready to go. She could sell. She could hold herself. She could, pull all the moves off. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, it was definitely a big shock. I mean, I know she's athletic and she can do all these judo moves and slams and whatnot, but when she got into the world of WWE and performed like a WWE superstar. Yeah. And that's what we wanted to see. We didn't want to see just some fucking, shot at fame, just for money. I thought she was going to be really awkward, like botching moves or... stiff. Not, getting in the right place at the right time for the spots. But... Flawless. Oh my God. Flawless. Like, she seriously, outdone herself where the next time she's in the ring, it's going to be hard to follow that up. Oh, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She just needs to change her theme. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a high point. I sort of like her theme when she comes out. And it grows on you. No, not that. It's just like when it hits, it's Rousey, and then I guess when she walks out when she's mean, I don't know, just because she's looking mean to a happy song. Happy song. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. But it looks good. But yeah, that was definitely a high point. What about old Nicholas? Good old Nicholas. Strowman's partner. Strowman finally revealed his partner, and it wasn't Elias like we all thought it was going to be, because Elias interrupted John Cena. We said, John Cena was sitting in the crowd, and they kept panning to him for the first couple matches, all of the kickoff show. And I said this was going to happen. Yeah, and the first couple matches of Mania, we see him sitting there in his regular t-shirt and jeans, sipping a beer, taking photos with the fans, and then out of nowhere, a ref comes down and tells him that he's here. Yeah. That he's here. They don't say that Taker's here. Yeah, they do. They say Undertaker's here. And he's like, no. And then he gets up, jumps the barrier, and runs up the ramp. We had a couple more matches. We saw new Smackdown tag team champions crowned. Bludgeon Brothers. The Bludgeon Brothers. Just destroyed them pretty much. Yeah. So we knew that was going to happen. Asuka. Oh. Her streak is gone. See, I didn't mind that Charlotte beat Asuka when I watched that. Well, I mind now that I have watched Smackdown because it was basically pointless and it's pissed me off. But yes, Charlotte beat Asuka, made the Empress bow down to the Queen. And then they had their little moment. Congratulations! Right, that match was good. It was good. It was a great match. If Charlotte couldn't breathe, remember? I can't breathe. If I was chucking out stars, I'd seriously probably give that a 4.5. 4.5. Because it was a women's match at WrestleMania it felt like I was watching a men's match. Physical, it was a main event match. Clean. Charlotte picked up her fucking game. Of course she did. It was WrestleMania. Asuka picked up her game. Oh. And delivered a hell of a match. But her streak is gone, which I'm upset about because I wanted her to keep it. Yeah. But she's already it's the longest streak there is. What are they going to do to her now? Have her fucking lose all the time, which is bullshit. Her and Kurt Hawkins can start some sort of mixed tag. And unless they keep her undefeated
now.
Other than that's what I think's gonna happen. Like it's like the only person that's gonna beat her is Charlotte.
Yeah. That was a good match. That
was a great match.
was probably like one of the best. Like, I'll go out and say it was probably the best on the show.
The best match on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably say that too. I'm just.
You can't think of anything.
I'm quickly thinking over in my brain.
If
all the
anything,
matches from Mania.
If anything was better, it was Rousey's debut, just because of the shock factor. But wrestling wise, that was the best match. 100%.
Yeah.
AJ and Shinsuke
let down.
Biggest disappointment.
Jinder Mahal.
But there's
Mahal,
a reason for that.
Whatever you want to say. Yeah, there was a reason for that, and it's turning out pretty good. But yeah, Jinder Mahal, new US champion. Gay. Sorry, I've got to stop using that term. Shit.
It's because of worldwide.
Yeah.
They're gay.
It's just shit. Shit. I don't want to, like I said a few weeks ago, I'm slowly becoming a fan of Jinder, but I don't want to see him with a belt. He needs that belt. I don't think
because he's the perfect anti-American. That's the gimmick they pretty much look for with the US title.
Gimmick, and I'm sick of it. I wanted to see Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Leave WrestleMania with that belt. How's that in English?
Breaking news: Rusev is gonna be buried forever.
Yeah, for real.
Because he's having a casket match
with the Undertaker
at, what is it?
The greatest Royal Rumble ever.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, these Saudis are just fucking. We want this and we want that, even though the matches are totally irrelevant.
Yeah, there's no women on that card.
Yeah, I believe that's some sort of like religious belief in that country.
But it's stacked.
Yeah, Triple H versus John Cena, because we haven't seen that in like 10 years at least.
Jericho and Angle announced for the actual
confirmed
Rumble.
For the match. Yeah, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in a steel cage.
Steel cage for the belt.
But yeah, it's stacking up to be a good fucking pay-per-view. But why does Rusev need to verse the Undertaker?
I do not know. In a casket match.
I hate the fact that Taker came back as Undertaker, not the American Badass.
Yep.
But I love the fact that he came in and squashed John Cena.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I believe it was like 2 minutes something.
Yeah, just punked him.
Yeah.
He took one spot. He took one bump that whole match.
Yeah.
The backdrop.
Yeah. And
just sat up. And Cena sold that sit up fucking perfect. Just fucking fell over. He was running back and just like stopped in his tracks. Brilliant. That was great. Great segment. Shit way to do it. He could have come back as the badass and just squashed him and then said something. It would have been even better.
Yeah, it was still alright, but because he just fucking Undertaker was just...
He looked good.
Undertaker just pretty much buried Cena.
Yeah, and he looked good. He did his flying clothesline, which he hasn't done in a couple of years because of his hip.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's getting in there and saying, hey, look, I can still fucking go.
He's having a casket match with Rusev, so there's got to be, more...
There's some sort of catch to that.
No, there's got to be more physicality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in saying that...
He's going to have more of a match in a casket match.
Yeah, but watch fucking Undertaker versus Mark Henry at WrestleMania 22.
Yeah.
There's not much physicality in that. It was a very slow match. The only thing that's going to make me happy about this...
That's only when Mark, just came back, but, he wasn't who he is now.
Rusev will be able to make that match good, though.
Yeah, fucking oath.
It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Taker came back.
I don't understand why you book your most over person against the Undertaker. It's like you want the Undertaker to get booed.
Or
get shat on.
Maybe they do. But they don't.
Fuck you, Vince.
It's not that, but it's the
sneaky prick.
It's this pay-per-view seems to be designed by the country. Like, I believe that the Saudis are sitting there saying that, look, these are the matches that we want to see. We're going to pay you set amount of money and do this.
Yeah, they probably did, eh?
Yeah.
No, you're not coming our country.
Have we even been told what the winner of this Rumble gets?
No.
What the fuck?
I'm guessing it's a title shot, so.
Mid-card title shot, eh?
Nah, it'd be for one of the belts. I'm guessing probably AJ's.
AJ's?
Yeah, they'll leave that Universal title for Reigns and that guy that returned on Raw.
Oh, yeah.
You know that guy?
I know that guy. But yeah, let's draw it back a bit and get to this Shinsuke AJ match. The dream match that we've been hearing about.
Straight up.
Oh, wait, we've totally skipped something. We have skipped something very important. Fucking Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, but
Daniel Bryan came back, won, of course. And I don't like something about his return, and that's how they basically fucking stole Matt Hardy's freaking gimmick at the start of his entrance and used like Vanguard 1.
nah.
Yeah. Gay. Shit.
No, I didn't, nobody's really talking about that, or they are, because Bryan made his in-ring return, but they took him out before the match.
Yeah, and he just got the fucking hot tag.
Shane starts the match off with all these... the worst combination, like, to start it off, you could hear the crowd laughing at him.
Yeah.
Like, he full missed punches and all.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and there's pretty much just Shane getting beat down, building it up to that big hot tag, and he just done his drop kicks.
His signature moves.
That's it.
And fucking got the crowd yesing. Wrestlemania.
Yeah.
And then he is now a total full-time
competitor.
In-ring competitor. We'll get to that. But yeah, Daniel Bryan, I didn't want to fucking skip over Daniel Bryan because we like Daniel Bryan here at Wrestle Report Australia, and we're very happy to see that he's back. But yes, AJ and Shinsuke. Hyped for weeks, let down in the moment.
Let's just cut straight to it. Like, the match was slow from the start.
It only had pace in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Like, legit. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I walked out for a toilet break in this match because
he wasn't into it.
I was bored.
Yeah, it wasn't what I expected it to be, but there is a reason for that. But in saying that, they played this wrong.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna now... Shinsuke turned heel at the end of the match. AJ retained his belt. And then Shinsuke, they hugged and embraced and whatnot. And then Shinsuke hit him with a low blow and attacked him after the match. So, turning Shinsuke heel. Which is good, because that's good for Shinsuke. But now, obviously, their feud isn't over, and they're going to go on and have another match, which will be better, obviously, because they knew that they're going to be wrestling again, so they didn't want to give everything away.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it was fucking WrestleMania. If there's ever a time to give it all away, WrestleMania is it. We don't want to see a fucking 5-star match at Backlash. They missed the ball on that one.
I think it's just the whole matchup itself was like the sell of it.
It was too much hype.
Yeah.
Too much hype.
But then the main
AJ retained though.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Styles Clash, just one Styles Clash, and that was it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah. I can't say I liked the match. I liked the finish.
But I'd say it as just a match that you could have seen on SmackDown.
Exactly. Yeah. I liked the finish.
And have the ads in between the match, and it probably would have made the match a
bit better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I like the finish.
Our opinion here, that match needed ad breaks.
Yeah. Disliked the match, liked the finish, and I like how they
it
followed up with it.
It wasn't 5-star,
no way.
They build it like
yeah,
it was
no way. It was probably 3.
No.
Not even 2.5. But yeah, they did, and they followed up well on this finish on SmackDown as well. Shinsuke had me cracking up. Then, yeah, we have Nicholas.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman coming out, finally revealing his partner. And he says it's someone from the crowd. And then he walks through the crowd for a bit, looking for people to pick as his partner. And then he ends up picking this little kid who is no older than 10 years old.
I seriously
I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a girl.
I thought it was a girl too.
Yeah.
And so did the whole internet by the looks of the comments that I was reading. But it is revealed to us now that how Braun... We were shocked that he knew it was a boy. And it was revealed to us that it was later on. It is someone within the company. But, yeah, he picked out seemingly a random kid and brought him into the ring. His name was Nicholas. And Nicholas got some pops. Got some chance. And... yeah, he was 10 years old. Braun Strowman even tagged him into the matchup at one point. So he wrestled, technically, at WrestleMania. He didn't get into any physicality. I thought Sheamus was going to hit him with a bro kick or something.
Kick his head off, eh?
Yeah. Cesaro might have taken him swinging.
Yeah.
But no, he tagged immediately back out. And lo and behold, Braun Strowman and Nicholas became the new Raw Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania. Yeah. And the crowd went nuts.
That announcement, eh?
Yeah.
You're winners of this match.
And the new Raw Tag Team Champions, Braun Strowman and Nicholas. And the crowd went nuts. And poor kid couldn't even hold up the belt.
No, poor little fella, eh? It was the ref's son. John Cone.
Yeah, it was revealed to us that it is a referee's son. I liked it and I didn't like it.
His dad ref the match.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, I liked it and I didn't like it at the same time. It was a cool little moment, but I was actually hoping for Braun to have a legitimate partner. And
I thought it was Big Show.
I thought it was either Big Show or Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I was let down when he said it was a crowd member and they actually did that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was a cool little moment for that kid. I get why they did it, but come on, man, it's WrestleMania. Give us some shit, like, to get into.
Yeah.
Like, funny moment, yes. They showed up on Raw. Nicholas said that someone was going to get these hands.
Yeah, because he has school, so they had to relinquish the belt.
Yeah, Braun had to relinquish the belt due to a scheduling conflict for Nicholas because he's still in the 4th grade. So yeah, he can't be a tag team champion, but Braun says, rest assured, when he's done with school, this team is coming back for those championships, and that's when Nicholas said, that's right, and someone's going to get these hands. So, all props to Nicholas. He was Raw Tag Team Champion for 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's going down in the books.
What the fuck are they going to do with Braun now?
Oh. Where was Braun?
Wasn't even on Raw.
Hey. No, there was heaps of people there.
Well, he was on Raw, but he only had that segment where he relinquished the belts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nicholas and Braun, cool little moment, I guess, but I wish they went in a different direction. But the final match of the night, shocker. It was a shocker.
Yeah, let's we might take a break, eh?
All right, yeah. Before
we'll take a break and we'll get into this main event.
Yeah, and then we shall carry on. So yeah, we'll be right back with a little bit more of Wrestle Report Australia. Do not go anywhere.
Whoop whoop.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the monstrous edition of Wrestle Report Australia. I am Mike, and this is Lon.
China.
And we left off just about to talk about the main event of WrestleMania. So yeah, let's dive into it, because it was a bit of a shocker. I wasn't expecting the result that we got. By the end of the match, Roman Reigns was fucking
bloodied
like a motherfucker.
I don't know if he bladed or not.
He didn't. I watched Lesnar cut him. You saw the elbows, and as soon as he pulled his elbow away from the last hit, you could see the cut. You could see the cut just on his hairline.
But how do you know, like, Brock could have been, like, you know, hitting him, and Roman could have been, like, covering up, but had the blade in his hand?
Because it wasn't a blade. You could tell the way that the cut was. It was too deep. It was spread like he'd just been split.
Well, none of the wrestlers that have reviewed it
can
tell if it's a
blade job or not. But from my eyes, from what I saw Lesnar split him. And Lesnar knows how to split someone without fucking, he did it to Randy. Yeah. Like to me it was the Randy spot all over again.
Yeah, they played that story into that match.
Yeah.
Where he freaking
took the gloves off and just busted him up.
Yeah. But Reigns still got up
and that was the one time I actually liked Roman Reigns. Because he hyped up and he looked like a fucking savage. Fucking full-on Samoan savage. Tongue out. Fucking covered in blood. Like, that's the Reigns I like. The aggressive fucking, just Samoan fucking animal. That's what he needs to be. In that moment, I was like, fuck yeah, Roman. Fuck yeah. But, shocker, we all thought Reigns was winning. It was set up for fucking an entire year that Reigns was fucking...
Let's talk about the crowd.
The crowd didn't care.
They did not care. They were shitting all over this match.
Beach balls.
Yeah, beach balls. There was apparently 4 or 5 beach balls.
Some guy just came with a duffel bag full of them.
The cops were taken away from them. Every time they would cheer, it was like a beach ball, like
getting thrown into the crowd,
getting thrown over them.
Every time there was a boo, it's because it got taken away. Yeah, the crowd didn't care, and you can't really blame them.
This is awful chance.
Yeah. And Brock knew it. Roman obviously expected it. But it's just sad. It's sad to see. It's the WrestleMania main event. And
it's because of all the action that you get earlier on in the show.
Yeah, 7 hours worth
and the crowd's just, giving all their energy at the start. And then you've put 2 big guys, 2 heavyweights at the end where, it's pretty much just a fight.
Yeah.
There's no wrestling. And I don't know.
Suplex City, bitch.
Heaps of things were sloppy in this.
Yeah, there was that moment where Brock went to suplex Roman over the table.
Yeah, and just chucked him head first straight into it.
He just wrecked him, eh?
Yeah.
You got to give it to Roman for fucking being able to, in that last flurry, to get up and do what he did after all the shit that he took. You saw him on at the end of the match when he's leaving. He's already got a massive ass shiner on his cheek.
Yeah.
He was fucked up. And you got to give it to him. He got up and he walked away. But Brock won.
After 5 F5s.
Yeah, no, I think it was 6.
6?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
One of them was also through the announce table as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, after setting it up for a year that it was going to be Roman's crowning moment, he was going to beat Lesnar. Brock was... Even Dana White said Brock's coming back to the UFC. During the build-up to WrestleMania week, he said Brock is confirmed he is coming back. He even went as far as saying at a press conference that he is going to most likely come back to an immediate heavyweight title shot against the winner of Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. And then he retains at WrestleMania.
And signs a
new contract. But it's still open for him to apparently have one fight in the UFC. And it's unclear whether he will be able to continue to do both. In my opinion, that's the smartest move to make.
You can tell that he's getting ready for a UFC fight because every year at Mania, Lesnar is fucking jacked. Jacked as shit. He looked small. He looked small in this.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's getting ready for a big testing.
But yeah, because he knows he's got to enter himself back into the USADA pool and have, I believe, 6 months worth of clean tests. Before he can actually fight again. But if they're going to play this whole immediate title shot for Lesnar, that will be insane. Because if he wins that belt, he's going to have to defend it. Because if he just goes there, wins that belt, and then just leaves, there's going to be backlash. I mean, it will be awesome just for a career move, but still. But yeah, I want to see Brock back in the UFC. Another person that's coming back into the UFC, eligible to fight at the end of this month, finally after 2 years, is Nick Diaz. His suspension is up, which is great. So I hope to see Nick back in the octagon as well. But yeah, I was expecting Roman to win this match like everyone else, and that's why everyone didn't give a shit.
That was the plan. That's been the plan for ages, but apparently Vince has just turned it around because of how predictable it is. And to me, you can already tell Roman's winning at this Saudi Arabia. The way that they've built this pay-per-view, like, they're taking it very serious.
Yeah, I know.
It's not just a throwaway pay-per-view, it's a pay-per-view.
Does this mean we're going to see a feud with Rusev and The Undertaker?
Nah.
Undertaker's just going to show up on Rusev Day, eh?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, my partner asked me the other day, she said, she said, when is Rusev Day? And I said, Taryn, every day is Rusev Day. And she said, oh, well, happy Rusev Day to you. And happy Rusev Day to everyone listening. Just got to put that out there. We can't acknowledge this day without saying happy Rusev Day. But yeah, they're building it up, and I believe that too. Roman's got to win that belt then, because Brock's got to go away. He's got to do some training.
No, Brock's got a new opponent. That guy.
That guy, yeah, and we're about to get to that guy because that is the end of WrestleMania. All up, wasn't a bad show. Could have been better. Like we said, no shock values, no comebacks or legend moments. There weren't. It didn't really feel like WrestleMania to me. Like
it felt like Mania, but then, like as I was watching it, I didn't think about that stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I was just going along with the show.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until afterwards I was like, wait, there was no legends. There was no backstage segments like they have with the legends. And yeah. Like, it was very weird.
Yeah, it was lacking.
Yeah.
But the action.
But it was a good Mania.
Yeah, it was one of the better ones.
Yeah.
In recent years, I have to give it that.
Like Meltzer said, all up until probably that Daniel Bryan match.
Yeah.
That could have been one of the best Manias.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
That Bryan match was sort of the turning point.
I was disappointed that the badass didn't come back.
Yeah.
And we saw the dead man.
That's the thing I was looking forward to the most.
Same.
Out of Mania.
It was set up for it perfectly.
Like, I'll admit, like, I couldn't really sleep the night before.
Because that's what you were thinking about.
Yeah, thinking about
I believe I texted you saying I can't sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were a bit disappointed that it was the dead man. But I was happy that he just squashed John Cena. So that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. But that leads us into one of my favourite things of the year, and that is the Raw after WrestleMania. And this Raw was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was stacked.
Stacked
show.
From start to finish, it was great.
There we go. NXT was one of the best pay-per-views in the last 8 years, was it, I said?
Yeah, I believe so.
There we go. Friggin' this Raw was probably the best in the last 8 years.
It's fucking one of my favourite things I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't like, because this is something I can't recall ever hearing before. We started the show off with Stephanie McMahon, and then Ronda comes out, puts her in the armbar again, and the crowd's shitting on Steph, completely shitting on Steph. And as she's leaving, because the crowd's booing her so much, we then suddenly hear JoJo. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a bit of respect for Stephanie McMahon?
That was just to get more heat.
What the fuck?
That wasn't like, JoJo. That was them telling her to do that to get some more heat.
You reckon?
It was.
Oh, I don't know if it was. If that was for heat, then that's fine. But I took it seriously in the moment. And I was like, what's next?
It's because she's just got it, like, they're making out like she's just pretty much got her arm broken.
Yeah.
Right? And then Rousey's just done it again, and Steph's like, looking all sad. And then,
please stop, please.
Everyone's like, booing her. And then JoJo said that. Then they just started booing even harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was another high point? The Authors of Pain.
No, wait, let's take it back.
Oh, let's take it back. All right.
To Alexa Bliss and Mickie James versus
Nia Jax. And her mystery partner,
who goes by the name of
Ember Moon.
Yeah.
Finally.
That's why she dropped the title.
Yep. Ember.
Yeah, main roster.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with that. I was a bit surprised, actually. I didn't actually expect her. And I don't know why I didn't expect her. You know, I would have...
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah. And then she fucking came out. She looked hectic. Hit the Eclipse on Alexa Bliss, I believe, for the victory.
Yep, for the victory.
Yeah, great little moment. Because, you know, it's the Raw after Mania. And they've got to deliver, and fuck, they delivered this time.
Yep.
Then we had a sad little notion.
Yeah.
Just broke my heart. This seriously broke my heart. Paige. Yeah. There's no easy way to say this, but Paige has retired from in-ring action.
Yep.
And that is devastating, because she's one of my favourite women's superstars. Has been since she debuted.
She hasn't had the chance to properly shine.
No, never did.
No.
Never got it.
I was always waiting for it because I knew what she could do.
Yeah.
In NXT, she was a freaking good wrestler.
Fuck you, Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fucking ratchet. Sasha's ratchet.
Fucking hitting that ill-advised dropkick when Paige was not ready. Sloppy work. You just cost someone their career.
If I was Paige, I'd be like,
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off.
Don't come near me.
Snoop Dogg's fucking cousin.
Niece or whatever. Who gives a shit what you are? You just ruined someone's livelihood. Yeah, we had another shit moment with them too.
Yeah.
Who cares? But yeah, then the return of Jeff Hardy. That was good.
Yep.
And funnily enough, like you were expecting it, I wasn't. So I was shocked at the moment, in the moment. But yeah, it was good. The crowd liked it. He looked good.
He's ready.
Ended up fucking hitting Curtis Axel with a stiff ass swanton.
Yep.
That was cool. Because he was talking about it on the ENC podcast. And then he hits a fucking savage one.
Yeah.
And he knew it too. You could tell that he knew he just fucking broke Curtis's ribs.
Hey.
But no, that was cool. I liked seeing Jeff back in the ring. They also had a tag match with Matt and Bray, which was probably my favourite part of Raw. One of my favourite parts of Raw, I will say, because it was just an amazing show. But we saw them actually have chemistry. Like, they work as a tag team. Bray was doing the standing ovations, and like you said, the mannerisms of Matt doing the wonderfuls.
It's two characters, like they're characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not. They are wrestlers, but
gimmicks.
Yeah, they're gimmicks, and two gimmicks together, they're working like magic. Like,
yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Matt, stop! Wonderful!
I was a bit, like, skeptical about it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if Bray, was just going to be stale Bray like always.
No, it works. And they're not letting him do the Sister Abigail either.
No.
Because she's gone.
She's gone, yeah.
So he just whips him into the Twist of Fate.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. It's a cool little, like, bit of the story. But yeah, and then later on they had an interaction with Jeff, or Brother Nero, shall I say, which was very entertaining.
Yeah.
But let's get to this guy that we've been talking about.
No, Joe's back.
Joe's back, yes. Interrupting Roman.
Yeah.
That was cool. He didn't do anything. He just came out, but just to say I'm back, basically.
Yeah, and saying that when Roman's done at the Royal Rumble, that Joe's waiting for him at Backlash.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Because we never actually got to really see their feud take off.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing for Joe to do. At least it puts him in a main event program. But yeah, Joe's back. That's cool. I like that. Authors of Pain debuted.
Yep, against Rhino and Heath Slater.
Yeah.
And ditch Paul Ellering.
Yeah, what was up with that?
That's because it would be because of the travelling schedule. You know what I mean?
Old.
I already thought of that, yeah. He wouldn't be able to go everywhere with them all the time, so...
True.
Maybe he's going to work with another team. Maybe not. This could be the end of...
Paul Ellering.
Yeah. Which I see it happening because there's no one else. You can't put him with another team because they're just going to...
After that, yeah. And it won't work. But yeah, that was a cool moment, though, where they ditched him and they just blocked him from walking up.
Yeah, well, when friggin' Heath was calling out the tag team to come face him.
Rhino's like, we'll do it for your kids.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this. We'll do it for his kids.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was good. Even the commentators, you could hear him cracking up.
Miz got he's got kids chance.
Yeah. But, yeah, what was I just saying? About, when they called him out, you're saying any tag team.
I bet there's not a tag team in the back or something that could stop us.
Yeah, and then the whole crowd just breaks out, AOP, AOP. So they all wanted it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, imagine if it wasn't AOP.
We're not the only ones that wanted them.
Yeah.
So, everyone wants them.
Yeah. But this guy, this is the highlight.
Yeah, this
guy. And then it led to a very savage moment by WWE as well. We had Elias coming out to a very, very good reception.
Yeah.
He's now got...
He was shitting on the crowd and they still loved him.
They loved it. They were clapping along with his songs. He got the Enzo Amore chants now as walk with Elias.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I like that chant. That's good. He was singing his song and they were all clapping along. And he did well because he improvised. Yeah. Because he fucking freestyled a line and then let it up with, when you all clap, I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
You know, the crowd were loving him, which is cool to see. I like it when there's an obvious heel personality that the crowd cheers but boos for at the same time. Yeah. He's like the guy you love to hate.
Yeah.
And it's great. He's when he first came to the main roster, he was fucking like some sort of animal that couldn't swim.
Yeah.
Just being chucked in a pond.
He was walking around backstage for a month.
Yeah, just with his guitar not saying shit, eh?
Yeah.
The drifter.
No, he's found himself.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yeah.
But then he got interrupted by... I'll let Lan introduce this one. By a guy with the name of
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
The crowd was that shocked. Like I said, there's excited pops
for Jeff,
and everyone else that was there.
Yeah.
And then
your shock pop.
Bobby Lashley, that was so loud.
Yeah.
And just...
As soon as his name came up on that screen.
Holy shit.
And he come out...
I'm still getting goosebumps thinking about it.
And he came out looking like a fucking beast.
Like he's just been freshly made on fucking 2K fucking 19 or something.
Only thing I know we're split on this. You like his new finisher. I don't.
I don't know if it is his finisher, but I'm assuming it is because...
That's what he did.
Oh, no, it's because of the whole, you're not going to give...
Just him the spear back, obviously.
You're not going to give him the spear when Roman's there, and that's their top guy.
What happened to his Dominator?
Vince would be like, oh, that's shit. What's that? That's Farouk's move.
Yeah.
No, if it's that, it's good, because when he goes to finish off matches, it's one of those things where he could be like, is the guy going to jump down, or is he going to hit this suplex?
Yeah. I don't know.
It works.
I don't know. I think I'd like to see more than just a suplex. But in saying that, it works if he's going to go into a program with Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Suplex versus suplex. That's
who I see. I see Roman winning this belt. Lesnar's going into a program with Lashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he done an interview you know, like after the show, backstage or whatever, saying that he would always get hit up on the internet about all these dream matches.
Yeah.
And, you know, opinions on who would be good against. And he's like, I'm here to make all them come true.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's talking about Lesnar, because everyone's always said Lashley versus Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Both pretty much the same.
I wanted to see him fight, though. That's what I really wanted to see them get into a fucking cage and fight. Because Lashley's a fucking a monster in that cage, too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dana makes a fucking some type of deal with Vince where he has a one-time fight, Lesnar, Lashley, for a pay-per-view.
It won't happen, though, because Lashley...
Why can't it?
Because Lashley is signed to Bellator.
No, he's not.
Is he out of his contract
he
now?
Would not be in Bellator in WWE. 100%.
Well, he was.
Bellator and Impact, I don't know if they still are, but they were connected.
Were they?
They were exchanging.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they had, like with Bobby Lashley, they would have had
they would have had some sort of deal,
ages ago. You know what I mean? And it's still carried on to this day with him. He would not be in WWE
if he still had a fighting contract.
Yeah, with Bellator. Like, what's Bellator to WWE? You know what I mean?
Bellator's got money.
I know. But that doesn't... Have you ever seen WWE mention Bellator?
No.
Ever?
No one does, because Bellator sucks.
Isn't friggin...
It doesn't suck. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Bellator's got some good shit.
Isn't Moro done announcing there?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, they never mentioned that either when he came back.
True.
So, you know...
He does a lot of stuff.
It really could happen. Like, you could imagine it.
I could imagine it.
They could sell them a one-time fight because, you know, it could happen in WWE and that could benefit that storyline. You know what I mean?
It would work, but I don't think Dana would never do it.
Fucking oath he would.
No, he wouldn't.
That would draw a big fucking...
He wouldn't. He would... Alright, I'll say this though.
Connor's fucked.
Oh, I'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Connor's fucked.
I'll talk about that at the end of the show. Dana, look, this is what I was about. Dana wouldn't do it, I don't think, but the company that now owns UFC would. WME is they're all about money and fucking what's gonna draw, and that's why at the moment UFC rankings don't mean shit. That's why Brock Lesnar's going to come back and get an immediate title shot, because they know it's going to fucking draw a shitload of money.
That's right.
Yeah, so Dana probably wouldn't be behind the idea, but if the bosses say, yeah, let's do it, then it could happen.
Like, I'm not saying, like, you know, it's something that's going to happen or...
It's just a possibility.
Yeah, it's just a possibility, but...
It's a good idea.
It's a friggin' very good idea.
Not only that, I'd just like to see Bobby Lashley in a UFC cage.
That could be one of the biggest UFC pay-per-views if you have two WWE stars like that are in WWE coming over to the UFC because they're both MMA fighters that have done very good.
They've both got the same credentials.
Yeah,
really.
They're very similar. You know what I mean?
Well, not in MMA records per se, because, you know, fucking Brock's been UFC heavyweight champion and Lashley hasn't been shit. But he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
You know, like their wrestling credentials and fighting skills are basically the same. They are basically the same person. It's fucking freaky. And I can't wait till they come face to face so you can see these two fucking monsters just see how fucking massive they actually are.
But imagine if that fight happens.
Well, I want it to happen, because I've always wanted it to happen, because I want to, like, obviously I'd love to see it in a match, you know, but the match is scripted. The shit thing about that is, I don't, as a fight fan as well, I don't get to see who the real winner would be, you know, because as a fight fan and wrestling fan, you watch the match and then you'll be like, okay, Brock won. Let's just say Brock wins. You'll be like, yeah, but if they actually fought, would Brock really win? You know, and that's what annoys me about fucking this little program, but it's still going to be great to see.
But, like, imagine what Vince is thinking, because...
Vince can sell the shit out of that.
Yeah, he's been getting footage from UFC. He's obviously, you know, letting Brock do these UFC appearances and stuff. So UFC, like, he obviously thinks in his mind that UFC elevates his product and Brock Lesnar, because when Brock Lesnar goes over there, has a win, he comes back even bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he wanted to do the same with Lashley, which I'm pretty sure he would, because Lashley's big sweaty man.
Yeah, the only thing there is whether the UFC would want Lashley. Like,
it doesn't matter if they want Lashley. It's just a one time. One time. It's not, and he can fight. He's got a name, and they can play off. It's two WWE superstars in the UFC having a main event fight. Imagine how much they'll fucking draw.
Here's a little curveball, but imagine if WWE did this. Remember back in the day, the Lion's Den?
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock? Imagine if fucking Vince just says, you know what? Fuck it. Let's put a fucking cage around this ring and have you two go out there, fucking sign a contract that you two fucking...
There you go. That probably could happen. That sounds more like something Vince would do.
Fucking, and have a fucking fight.
Yeah, if he went to do that, like, that'd be a very good idea. Have a legit
fucking cage match.
But I don't know if you can because of PG.
Fucking hype it so people know in advance.
I guess they can on their network if they wanted to.
Exactly. They can do whatever they fucking want on that network.
Yeah.
And that is something that I would fucking happily pay extra to see.
Yeah.
Have like a special event. Like fucking main event matches. Or a card full of fucking matches that everyone wants to see. Leading up to the fucking main event of a fucking cage fight. Between two willing combatants.
Yeah. Under
the WWE banner. Ken Shamrock could be suing in a heartbeat.
Hey. Well, let's finish SmackDown because...
let's get on.
I'm not even going to go through this whole show.
I was looking forward to SmackDown after watching Raw, and I was let down so hard.
2 main points. Three. I apologise.
Alright, 3.
3 main points.
Well, hit me with the facts.
New GM, who is it?
Oh, Paige.
Paige, is
I
it?
don't like that. I'm not a fan of that, man.
She's took Bryan's spot and it keeps her with the company.
It's shit.
Finishing her contract.
It's shit. I don't like it.
You see why they've done it.
I do see why they've done it, but I don't like it.
Alright. That's number 1 out of the way. 2. I'm not going to say the last parts. There could be 4 high points, but that last one...
My high point...
It could be a low point to some.
My high point is Shinsuke saying he don't speak no English.
Yeah, hey. For getting interviewed with like a hard question and then it's... Sorry.
I'm sorry. Me not speaking no English.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking... That was good. But, yeah, so Paige, GM. Alright, then we got... the iconic duo.
Yes, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce debut.
Finally.
Yeah, I was happy about that because I've been saying for months now, when the fuck are they going to come to the main roster? They've been in NXT for ages.
I seriously thought it was just they were going to be NXT for a long time.
Yeah. And then just leave.
Yeah. So Charlotte came out, talked about her match
with Asuka, yeah.
And then she said, "Who am I going to make history with next?
Make magic with next."
Or magic. There you go. And then everyone's who?
The fucking Iconics.
Yeah.
And they got a pop too.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Fucking...
Everyone likes Peyton for some reason.
It's because she's Aussie, man.
Because she's Aussie. She's like us.
Yeah. You can't go wrong. But no, it was a good debut. They had a bit of a little miscommunication.
Yeah.
And it dragged it. The beatdown that they did dragged out a bit. And then chucked her back in the ring and just stood over her.
I think it was just letting the crowd soak in the debut as long as they could.
But that leads us to the next point.
To the next...
I wouldn't call this a high point.
High point, yeah, it's a low point.
This is one of the lowest points in SmackDown history.
So Charlotte's beat up.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Charlotte's beat up. And then, of course, Carmella.
Fablouss. Shut the fuck up.
Comes out and successfully...
Cashes in.
Which
renders the Charlotte and Asuka match obsolete. Pointless.
Yeah. No, it's not pointless because it makes Charlotte more of a superstar.
By losing to Carmella.
Charlotte's gonna verse Rousey either SummerSlam or WrestleMania next year, and they need Charlotte built as fuck. So when the time comes, Rousey's obviously gonna beat her and become a first-time women's champion. But yeah, Carmella.
I'm not happy. She was screaming already immediately.
Yeah,
I hate her.
Yeah.
I dislike her.
But she did get a big pop. She did fucking, everyone freaking accepted it. But it's just that crowd, I'm guessing. But, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
New women's champion.
It was just because there was, the crowd.
Carmella.
Yeah, fuck that. Next.
Couldn't be Charlotte or Asuka.
Yeah, no, it had to be that mole.
Yep.
Fix your nose before you get a belt.
Alright, last high point was the match that Paige announced earlier in the night.
Yes. The match that we thought we'd never see.
Another dream match.
Another dream match. And it was tainted. It was tainted.
Tainted again by...
The
guy that knows speak no English.
Nakamura! That announcer is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Main event for Smackdown, and it was a decent match.
It was good.
Fucking good match.
It was better than...
Yeah, it was better than
Shinsuke.
AJ versus Shinsuke.
You could tell Bryan's straight away back in his element.
He's so excited, man.
And he's a good wrestler.
I'm just waiting for him to cop a concussion, though.
Yeah, they keep playing it.
Yeah.
You see, every time he lands on his head.
Yeah, he grabs it and he's like, ah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Apparently he has to go under impact testing after every match now.
Yeah, they want to be safe, man. They want to be safe.
Fuck that. One little fucking, one little glitch in the head and then he's fucking out of action.
No.
Why don't they do that to all their other superstars and then be safe?
Because they're dicks, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, good match. Good match,
but interfered.
Up until Shinsuke came out and attacked both of them.
Yeah, and fucking kicked Bryan in the back of the head.
Eh?
That could be fucking freeway shit there.
There's a moment in that match though that I like where Daniel played the back of his head shit. It was just before the interruption where he went for that suplex and AJ landed on his fucking head.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, holy shit.
Savage.
And then I was like, fuck, that was bad. But then he copped a Kinshasa to the back of the head and I was like, oh, he must be fine. But yeah, Shinsuke came out, attacked them both. Like you said, could lead to a potential three-way. Yeah. That'd be a fucking
couple more low blows to AJ.
Yeah, 2. He hit him with 2 in a Kinshasa.
They're savage ones too. Full gets right up under there, and lifts him.
Like you said, during the WrestleMania match, my good colleague here was like, "Where's Shinsuke's offense? Where's his strong
style?
Yeah, where's his strong style?
Where's all these moves? Like, I wanted to see some moves.
And now there it is.
I don't want to see fucking clothesline, fucking Irish dips.
Yeah. I don't want to see no traditional fucking technical matchup when it's fucking strong style. Strong style.
Yeah.
What the fuck can't I say that?
Like AJ and Kenny Omega. That's how the match should have been.
Oh man. When we finally get to see that match, I'm going to be shitting my fucking pants. Man, because he took over the Bullet Club, and then AJ just left. There was no follow-up to that.
Yeah. They
never got a match, and to me, they are the 2 best workers in the business today. Just on a quick note too, we finally had Kenny Omega versus Cody. Fucking Cody won due to interference, which was accidental by the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks came out. It was a good match. At Supercard of Honor. They came out. They went to super kick Cody. Cody moved. They super kicked Kenny, and Kenny lost the match. So yeah, Cody won. But obviously the feud isn't over. But yeah, that match has finally happened. I did get a chance to see it, and it was good. But I just want Kenny to hurry up and come to WWE. And then imagine Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega. Like, imagine all the matches he could have.
There's so many matches Bryan can have now.
I know, and I'm so excited.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe.
I have a feeling he's going to end up on Raw.
Of course, it's the flagship show.
I have a feeling Bobby Roode too is going to Raw.
Yeah, don't you have a feeling of someone else making a debut?
Yes, Mr. James Storm.
I would like that.
Has had a lot of sightings recently around WWE.
Yeah, the Performance Center and the hotels and such.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be cool, because he made the ultimate mistake of coming and then fucking leaving.
I want to see James Storm come in and take out Roode.
Yeah, like I said to you before we started the show, this would be the greatest little segment. Bobby Roode could be in the ring with his flashy robe and all that. James Storm can make his debut with a fucking beer bottle, coming out with his cowboy shit. He'll come down to Bobby Roode and be like, "Yeah, looks like you've made a bit of money."
Yeah.
James will then get the response from Bobby saying, "Yeah, looks like you've got some beer."
Beer money.
That's fucking perfect, man. Like,
money.
We can't have James Storm come to WWE without having at least an interaction from them before Bobby goes to Raw.
And your alcohol.
A shit moment of SmackDown 2 before we leave was that Rusev got jobbed out again, and now Randy Orton will face Jinder Mahal for this fucking US belt again.
What?
Yeah,
That didn't happen.
that did happen, I'm afraid, because but we now know why.
Let's forget about that.
Yeah, we now know why, because he's going to be fucking buried.
Yeah,
for real.
For real.
Casket match, mad. Rest in peace, Rusev Day. But yeah. All up, it was a good WrestleMania week.
Yep.
To top it all off with a dream match that was tainted again by Shinsuke, but I'm liking this Shinsuke because it's strong style. Now he's getting aggressive.
Yeah. And
he just fucking beat the shit out of AJ in that little segment. And he's got that attitude about him now that draws me into his character, because like a lot of the pros have been saying, they've been like, we need to see Shinsuke come out of his shell. Yeah. And he's doing it, and that's great. So yeah, that was WrestleMania week. On a quick note that everybody already knows about now, because I'm late to the party recording this podcast. My good colleague did refer to a statement saying Conor McGregor is fucked. And he is very fucked, because yes, Conor McGregor did attack a bus full of fighters, one of which was Khabib Nurmagomedov, who he was targeting in the attack, along with a bunch of other MMA stars from both UFC and Bellator. He has been there is actually no professional punishment laid out as of yet, but we can only imagine he will be suspended for quite some time. But funnily enough, they have been now promoting all of his old fights. If you scroll through Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they're sponsored ads right now of have you seen all of Conor McGregor's fights? Find them all on Fight Pass. Like, they're using it as a fucking promo machine. But sadly, I believe
it's because he's trending.
Oh man, he knows how to make an impact.
Yeah.
But he's made a lot of enemies in this.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go on record and say, like, I respect what he done.
Fucking oath.
Because
as a man, it was a fucking loyal move to do. He was sticking up for his mate.
That's right.
Who fucking Khabib and his team. Let's not forget. I know a lot of people are saying, "What did he do? He slapped him on the back of the head and fucking had some words with him." But fucking his whole team were there.
Yeah.
And like, he was caught off guard. That's a shake up. You know, that's them trying to rattle. And so Conor fucking rattled back. He fucking got on a flight and fucking flew there to fucking confront him. But sadly, there was news that if Conor didn't pull this move, he was going to be coming back, and there was even a chance of him versus Rafael dos Anjos for the interim welterweight belt. Like, he was going to sign a new contract, but we don't know what's going to happen with him now. He paid $50,000 to get out on bail. He's been sued by multiple people. he will most likely be suspended. Khabib is the new lightweight champion, beating an unranked fighter, but he's still not being recognised as the champ, which is funny. But he's undefeated still, so that does set up the fucking well-hyped match between Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. Now they have real beef. Khabib has even said, even though with all these lawsuits and restraint policies in place, he's like, send me text message, time and place, no camera, no people, no nothing. I come. We settle our business like men. Like, there's footage of this guy, Khabib, as a kid, wrestling a bear. I'm serious, man. The dude's a savage. Full Russian, just fucking savage. Or Dagestani, I believe he is. But yeah, so that's some big news in the fight world. And we've got another big fight coming up this weekend, which I'm excited for. And that is Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje. It's going to be as JR would say, a slobber knocker, because these two are going to go in there and bang it out.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Trust me, bro. These two, Dustin Poirier is on a way to if he wins this, he's getting the title shot. I'm telling you now, or getting close to it. And Justin Gaethje is the new kid on the block who just put on Fight of the Year, or one of the candidates for Fight of the Year with Eddie Alvarez recently. It was crazy. On his first fight, he got Fight of the Night. So that's going to be a good one at UFC Fight Night Glendale. So make sure you get Fight Pass, or you have Fox Sports or whatever. Get on there and watch that, because that's going to be a good card. But that is it, I believe, this week for Wrestle Report Australia. We hope we have covered everything that you wanted to hear. If we haven't, make sure you click that like and subscribe button. Have your notifications turned on. And if you don't like what we're putting out, drop a comment. Let us know what you want to hear about, and we will put it in the show. Until next time, I believe that's it. I've been Mike. This has been Lon. Well, we're Wrestle Report Australia, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Doses.
Doses.